how's it going? I'm Kira Shanae, back with another awesome ghost story to share with you guys. This one is about a hotel that is not just one of the most haunted hotels in Rhode Island, but is also one of the most haunted hotels in the entire United States. This is the story of the Biltmore Hotel. The Biltmore happened to open in 1922 after being financed by an open Satanist named Johann Lace Wyckoff. Now, when we're talking about Satanism in this respect, we aren't talking about moody teenagers and human rights activists. This was pre-Anton LaVey, so things might have been just a little bit more sinister than what we're used to seeing in Satanism today. And in fact, the hotel was actually built with Johann's religious interests in mind. Now, what do I mean by religious interests in mind? Well, the roof of the Biltmore was equipped with chicken coops for easy access to ritualistic sacrifices. And the basement happened to be equipped with underground altars, which included hot springs dug into the floor, and those were used for ritualistic cleansings and various things like that. And in fact, Johann and the Biltmore actually employed female servers who did their jobs in the buff. They were known as the Bashante girls, and, well, they made things interesting, that's for sure. Now, in the 1920s, the Biltmore Hotel housed a very popular speakeasy during Prohibition. And if any of us happen to know anything about speakeasies, we know that they were ripe for, well, criminal activity. Now, aside from some of the regulars at the speakeasy, which were Louis Armstrong, F. Scott, and Zelda Fitzgerald, it also had major mob affiliations. And if the mob affiliations weren't enough, high-ranking government officials and governors also tended to frequent the speakeasy. So, as you can imagine, between the mob activity and the corrupt government officials, well, things got a little out of hand. There was absolutely no shortage of criminal activity happening at the Biltmore. In fact, a string of murders implicated 6 police officers in the events. And on top of that, a governor and a mayor were implicated in both murder and sexual assault. So, as you can pretty plainly see, there was a lot of nastiness going on at the Biltmore. And in fact, one of the most scandalous and frankly heart-wrenching murders was the death of an 11-year-old prostitute. Now, I clearly don't have to relate to you on the 11 million levels why that is so incredibly heinous. And honestly, between the Satanistic rituals and the slew of murders that were happening in the Biltmore, it's really no wonder that there's so many reports of hauntings and stuck spirits in the place. But as always, and I don't want to disappoint here, there are also plenty of rumors of suicides that occurred at the Biltmore as well. You see, after the stock market crashed in 1929, it said that an unknown financial worker leapt to his death from his room on the 14th floor. And that unknown man happens to be the most spotted ghost in the entire Biltmore Hotel. And if that's not creepy enough for you, it's said that guests who stay on the lower floor of the Biltmore happen to occasionally see a man plummet past their windows as if he's falling to his death, but when they check out the scene later, there's no evidence of any suicide whatsoever. No aftermath. What? Now, in addition to the man who's regularly seen plummeting to his death outside of windows, there is no shortage of paranormal activity happening at the Biltmore. You see, accounts by both staff and guests report the sound of wild parties being thrown in various rooms. There are the sounds of heavy stomping, mostly on the ballroom floor, almost as if former party goers are still dancing the night away. And of course, there's certainly no shortage of sightings of apparitions and ghosts, even besides the one who likes to plummet to his death. Now, the Biltmore has changed hands on several occasions throughout the years, but was named a landmark in the 1970s, at which time it reopened after a brief period of being completely closed. Now, the Biltmore is open permanently, at least for the time being, and is now known as the Graduate Providence. I mean, I guess if your hotel is known for being haunted under the name Biltmore, you might want to change the name so that it seems more attractive to potential guests. At any rate, elements of the Biltmore were actually used as inspiration for both the Bates Motel and Stephen King's The Shining. So it's definitely operating on a whole other level of creepy. Anyway, guys, let me go and put on some lashes and I will be right back with your final look. All right, my beautiful unicorns, this is our final look. You like it? I'm loving it. Anyway, guys, I hope you had fun. I hope that you enjoyed today's ghost story. Don't forget to always love yourself, always be a unicorn, and I'll see you next time. Bye!